I am in the process of planning a baby shower, and I'm in charge of the decorations. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful baby block decor for tabletops or as a centerpiece. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I was in Dollar Tree and I found these boxes, and because I am planning a baby shower and I'm in charge of the decorations, I thought I would start with the centerpieces for the table. This is a small tabletop decor, and so I can see having about 2 or 3 on each table. The boxes that I found are wooden boxes. They actually have a drawer in them. I took the drawer out because I wanted to use the larger of the boxes, but they're wooden boxes. So the first thing I did was painted them. I wanted them to be a royal color, a blue, because the theme of the baby shower is a Victorian high tea with monochromatic blues. So I'm starting with the baby blocks, which are a royal blue. So I've painted them and the paint came out really good. They're ready for the rest of the decorations. Okay, so now the boxes are completely dry. They've actually been drying for a couple of days, and I'm just getting back to this project. But the boxes, as you can see, I've painted them on all sides. I'm leaving the inside unpainted because I'm going to stuff something in it, so you won't be able to see what's in there anyway. But now we're at the point where we can put the letters on to the box. Now I'm using, I know that a lot of people would use vinyl or removable vinyl or permanent vinyl, but with this project I'm trying to use what I already have in the house. And so in my stash I had some white iron-on, and so that's what I decided to use, the white iron-on. And once I printed it on the Cricut, it came out in a long sheet like this, and I printed 3 sets because I have 11 boxes and I'm hoping I can find some more. But because this is the iron-on, all we're having to do is place it wherever you want it. I have my Cricut Mini. I love my Cricut Mini, especially for projects like this. And then you just want to just iron over it. I have just iron over it. Now I have it on the second setting, and with the wood and the iron-on, you really just have to kind of just go over it a few seconds and then let it cool for a little bit. So what I do is I've already placed the B on here. By the time I finish with placing the rest of the letters on, I'll start with the B because that's the first one that I added, and I will remove them. I know this camera is really close, but this, and notice how I'm just going over it, just nicely, slowly guiding over it. You don't have to do it like an iron. You can just nicely glide over it and it'll start to stick. And you want to make sure that you pull the covering from it after it's cooled. It doesn't have to be completely cooled, but just cooler. Completely cool is good too. I'll push this up here so you can see it more. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna put this last layer. And I've done this a couple of times. Make sure that this part is in the up position. I have had to remake these blocks because I put the letters on backwards. I put them on the bottom side, not realizing that the top wasn't up. So you definitely want to make sure that the top open space is in the upright position, because that's the part that you're going to actually add your arrangement in, and whatever that arrangement is. I'm using I don't know if you can see that, but I'm using the second setting. The third setting I think is just too hot. I use that mostly for sublimation projects where you need at least 400 degrees. For this, you don't need that much heat. But you do want to make sure you put a little bit of pressure on it. Doesn't have to be a lot, but just a little pressure. I'm just going to go back around to each of these and give it just a little bit more heat. Watch your fingers, because it is very hot, and the box in the space gets hot. So if you make these, I would love for you to share your finished product in the comments below. I would love to see what you have done with this project. Okay, so let's see. Now that's enough heat. Okay, up a little bit there, but that's okay. Well, we have our bee. This needs a little bit more heat. One of the reasons why I don't like to use a higher setting is because if it gets too hot, it starts to bubble. And you don't want that. So I would rather put a little bit more pressure on it and leave it a little bit longer. So let's see. And the one thing about it is once you put it on with the heat, it's hard to get off. I can prove it to you. This is one I did. Remember I said that it should have been from this side, and I accidentally put it down here. I tried to get it off, and I can't get it off, so. All right, so let's go back over here to the A. Okay. The B. And the Y. I don't really worry too much about like this one part, because, well, once it sticks, even if it comes up and you take the rest of it off, once you take the cover off and you press it back down, it'll stay down. Okay, you see a little bit of bubbling there. Okay, and there. Oops. Okay, so see, these are ready to go. B, A, B, Y. Okay, I'll go ahead and do the rest of them, and then we'll put them together and decorate them. Well, welcome back. Well, my blocks came out super cute. I'm very proud of them. And as you can see, after we painted and I put the design on them, in which remember I said I used the mini heat press because I had white and it was iron on vinyl, and so that's what I used. And so the blocks came out super cute. I'm very happy with the way they came out. And so now we need to assemble them. So that's what it would look like ultimately. I found these at Dollar Tree. It's 3 in a pack and they fit right in. And then at Michael's, I found these really super cute flowers. So I found the hydrangeas and I found some tulips, and they were on sale, so I was super excited about that. I'm using my glue gun, my Sure Bonder glue gun, the high temperature one. I like this one because it's cordless. And, to be safe, I also have my little fingers, because trust me when I say, if you've never accidentally put your fingers on hot glue, it's not fun at all. So I just put my little fingers on the fingers that I normally touch. I'm used to touching. These are the fingers that I'll normally, if I'm trying to just, tack something in or touch. And so that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing, I think my glue gun is hot enough now. The first thing we want to do is, so I wanted to glue these together, these blocks together, so they'll stay. The B-A-B-Y, and it says the same thing on the opposite side as well. To do that, we're just going to put a thin, just a little bit of glue. It doesn't have to be a lot. This glue, it will dry clear, but you don't need a lot. You just want enough so that it'll stay together. Like that. I'm gonna put it so it'll stay together. And then what you want to do is just put a little bit in the middle, or you can do it this way so that you'll know exactly where to put the top block, and however you want it to face. So I want it to face that way. So before I make sure that that's all the way tacked down, I'm going to take my little styrofoam balls. Now I'm going to pull this apart just so you can see what I'm doing. This glue gun, like I said. So what I do is I would put just a little dab of glue at the bottom, just so the little ball will stick. My little styrofoam ball will stick, and I don't have to worry about it moving around. So I put the little ball in there. I said put the little, just a little dab, just enough for it to stick when you stick it down in there. This way you don't have to worry about it moving and adjusting or anything like that. We'll put this glue back on here. Like I said, I like it because I like this glue gun because it is cordless, but that doesn't make it easy to work with. I think I'll put this way. flower. And again, putting a little bit of glue here. And then sticking this last ball. Okay, so now all of the styrofoam balls are in it and they're glued down so they won't move. So I'm gonna start putting the flowers in, but something I find useful is these little long toothpicks. I like them because I'm able to stick a hole wherever I want to put the flower in the styrofoam ball. And that helps a lot, trust me. So I do know that I want a flower to go into the middle of the styrofoam ball. And when you stick the hole in it, that also helps. And you don't have to, so what I do is I'll go ahead, since I stuck the hole in it already, I can either put the glue in the hole, or I can put the glue, I do it both ways. I can put the glue on the bottom of the stem and just stick it in as far down as I want. And however far down I want, the hole is how far down I will, ouch, I will, you know, make the hole with the stick. And so I'm going to continue. I've started with this side. With these flowers, you see they have these two stems. So I either break them apart or cut them so that I can have two different flowers as opposed to just one. And so again, I could just, if I don't want to stick a hole, if I'm just filling, I can put the glue on the flower itself, or if I want it in the styrofoam, I would put it in the styrofoam, just like that. It's up to you. It's a personal preference. I'm going to, and definitely one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you put, see, that one came out. That's why having enough glue and making sure you know where you want it placed. So this one is just going to be stuck down like that because I really wanted it to fill. One of the things you want to make sure that you do is make sure you fill the gaps, because you don't want people to see the inside of the box. So you just keep filling it until the inside of the box is filled with flowers. And that's all you can see is the flowers. So I'm gonna make these super easy. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna stab this styrofoam. Okay, so as you can see, I have finished this set. All of the flowers are in. I added the green stems for effect, and I think it came out very nicely. This is the back. See, it looks the same, just the different effects. So what you have is a 3D table setting for a baby shower or baby reveal or however, but I think it came out beautifully.